What's good? Welcome back to the channel, guys. In today's video, going to be covering some attacks from our Champions League 1 Clan War League week from the July season, and gonna be breaking down some attacks from different variations over the next couple days and some different videos showing you guys what our clan was using during this Clan War League season to help us stay in Champions 1 and take 4th place overall. Let's get right into the action. All right, so first things first, we're going to start with your boy. I went 6 for 7 and had a 2-star on the last day of Clan War League, but we had 6 triples in the first 6 wars, and this is the army strategy we were using. 8 Root Riders, 12 Valkyries, 1 Apprentice Warden, 2 Droids of the new troop that just came out, 1 Baby Dragon for cleanup, and then the spells are the same. 3 Rages, 2 free spells, 1 Skeleton spell, 2 Overgrowth, and the pets are the same as well. But on the abilities, we have changed a few things. We got the Vamp Stash and the Spiky Ball on the King. We got Frozen Arrow, Invisibility Vial on the Queen. Healing Tome, Eternal Tome on the Grand Warden. And then on the Royal Champion, the Hog Rider Puppet and Haste Vial. So really, the only two newer things, is the Spiky Ball and the Vamp Stash on the Barbarian King. Alright, so on this base, this is going to keep it very simple. We're going to go Barbarian King, Queen, and the Siege Barracks down here on one side of the Town Hall compartment with a couple Valkyries to help with the funneling to get the Barbarian King and Queen to stay with the main army. Then we're going to go with a Root Rider, the Royal Champion, and a couple more Valkyries on the other side. And then we're going to drop the main army right down the middle, push up into this Town Hall compartment as fast as we possibly can. Got a bunch of rocket loons out of the Clan Castle, which I am perfectly fine seeing because I don't have to worry about my troops being frozen and all of this poison. We had 2 poison spell towers and a poison from the Town Hall, obviously, so do not want to have my troops sit through that longer than possible. Rocket loons go down fairly easy. They do a lot of damage, but with the poison and everything, you can protect them, and if you need to use a freeze, you can as well. You can protect your troops, and you got usually the Queen and the RC with the main army at that point, so you can easily protect everything and take those rocket loons down fairly easy. And then from here, you know, with the overgrowth, where I neutralize one side of the base, gonna push through the rest of the base, use the overgrowth just like we have before, same area twice, save the abilities if we can. If not, you know, you can use the Spiky Ball early if you want to, because the Spiky Ball is going to hit a lot of buildings, obviously, if it's maxed out. Or you can save the Spiky Ball for that last compartment, which is what I try to do as much as possible, because it makes that last compartment very, very easy to get through. You see we had a couple hero abilities at the end and that rage spell at the end, make that very easy. Alright, on this second base, we have this diamond style base. This one was a little interesting just because there is not a whole lot of heavy hitting defenses down here at 6 o'clock. So I chose to come from the opposite side of the Town Hall, which I do not do on a lot of bases. So we're going to start the Barbarian King, Queen, and the Siege Barracks up here at 12 o'clock. And we're going to use the Royal Champion and a couple other troops to get this funnel going nice and pretty. That way we could drop the main army right down the middle with the Grand Warden. And we're going to push into this base as fast as possible. We were able to save the King ability, even though the Monolith was targeted on him very early. And then obviously Super Minions are going to take that Monolith out very, very quick. So another reason why I love the Super Minions. I love having them. Even though I just lost 2 to Seeking Air Mines, they deal so much damage from a very far distance. And they've helped me take out buildings at their buildings so much over just using those out of the Siege Barracks. It's helped out tremendously. So see, Baby Dragon's going to come down now, pick up some cleanup over here. And we're obviously being able to hold on to some of these hero abilities till later on in the attack. Go ahead and use that overgrowth to not pin down all of those buildings so my Queen can take out some of these other buildings. And then Royal Champion does end up going down to the scatter shot, but we have an entire army of Root Riders still, a bunch of Valkyries, got some bears, and then we got the Barbarian King ability as well, which we will save until some of these other buildings are taken out and that overgrowth has expired. That way we can deal the most damage to some of these defensive buildings as possible. So if Barbarian King can catch up a little bit, which he wasn't going to, so went ahead and just used it anyways. We're going to be able to deal damage all the way through the rest of those and take out that single target Inferno to finish off the triple. Now, I didn't want to overgrowth on the Town Hall. I know some people do that on this. I really like using the overgrowth for funneling. I don't like my troops to split. I absolutely hate that, and I think that the consistency on tripling goes way down when your troops split. So you want these Root Riders to be tanking for these Valkyries. You want the Valkyries to stay with the Root Riders. All right, on this last replay, we have this box ring style base, centralized Town Hall compartment, double poison spell tower. I wanted to start over here on this side of the base simply just because the clan castle troops were over here, and I wanted to get rid of that as fast as possible. So gonna see the funnel come down, King, Queen, and Siege Barracks on one side, Root Rider, a couple other troops, and the RC on the other side. Unfortunately, I ended up losing my RC ability fairly early because I was a little late with that freeze, and Skeleton Spell just wasn't doing quite what I needed it to do at that point. So, but the RC ends up picking up some decent value here before she ends up going down. Takes out that scatter shot as well, and my entire army ends up splitting here because I just did not funnel quite as good as I needed to. The Root Riders all targeted that one wizard tower out there, so we ended up with a big split there. Not going to get everything underneath the ward ability, which is a little frustrating. Probably could have saved the ward ability because everything ended up joining back together, but that just goes to show you how important funneling is. I should have known the way this whole compartment was stacked that I was probably going to have an issue. But I thought the P.E.K.K.A. and some of these wizards were going to be able to take care of that for me. They just weren't quick enough, unfortunately. So probably should have used my baby dragon to help funnel a little bit more. And I mean, this obviously is still going to be a triple. It's just not as overwhelming. My queen's going to end up finishing off this attack with the help of the P.E.K.K.A. and the wizards. But obviously, if I don't have everything split, and I have my main army go right through the middle like we want it to, and we're able to hit that ward ability on everything through that Town Hall explosion, that makes this attack so much easier. This is where, just a good example of funneling and how important it really is, and how it can make a huge difference, whether or not you're going to pick up easier triples, or if it's going to be a little bit more difficult for you. I did get some good AI right here with the Queen. The Expo was a little bit closer, like I think a tile closer than the gold storage, so she walked up in instead of going for the gold storage first, so ended up picking up the triple there. But just to show you how important funneling is, I should have used my baby dragon up here, possibly another Valkyrie or two, to get this funnel going a little bit quicker. That way that main army pushed directly in the middle of the base. Alright guys, that's going to do it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed the content. As always, appreciate you guys stopping in on an everyday basis and supporting the channel. Link to the army will be in the description down below. Looking forward to showing you guys some of my other clan mates and the attacks they were using to get these perfect weeks. And also another 20-star weeks, because we had quite a bit of people in the clan. 9 people either go perfect or 20 stars this week for Clan War League. We'll catch you next time.